Good afternoon. Parents, siblings, friends, Morse faculty, and the class of 2018. It is my tremendous honor to be up here speaking to you today. Thank you all so much for coming to watch us execute what we have spent hours practicing and preparing for. Walking in step with the person next to us and trying earnestly not to trip and fall in front of thousands of people on the most important day of our high school careers. Trust me, it's harder than it looks. At this point in the day, we can all see the heat waves radiating from this field, and some of you might actually be melting into the bleachers, so I'll try to make this fast. At the beginning of freshman year, each freshman student wrote a letter and advisory for us to open before graduation. Earlier this week, on the last day of school, I got mine back. One of the first sentences in my letter to myself was, and I can't even make this up, I hope you got good grades, because if you didn't, your life probably won't be that good. During my first years here, I cried to my mother almost every day about how much I hated school. I stayed up regularly until 2 a.m., stressing, working, crying, you name it. I'm standing up here today, 4 years later, as the salutatorian of the class of 2018, and I have worked extremely hard to be here. However, the lessons I learned with my classmates in the halls of 826, in the pit, in the Montgomery Theater, and in the city of Bath are far more important and enduring than any grade I received. In high school, we learned so many things, both in and out of the classroom. In our 4 years here, we've learned how to solve equations. We used King Henry VIII as a precautionary tale for our dating lives. We became experts at learning completely new concepts 20 minutes before an exam, and I'm pretty sure a few of us may have learned to sleep with our eyes open. But there are other things we must learn about life while we are here in this stage of our lives. We have to work extremely hard to figure out what we love to do and what we want from ourselves going forward. This class has done that tremendously, and I see it every day in the classroom, in the halls, and in our faces. Sophie and Ethan use their passion for medicine to organize and facilitate blood drives. Jensen is willing to travel to third world countries to take care of sick children. Emma probably knows more about phytoplankton than anyone else here today. My uncle and his automotive students have fixed my all but hopeless case of a car so many times I've stopped keeping track. If there's anything we have, it's passion. Some of the other lessons we have to learn don't come quite so easily. Every one of us has spent the last 4 years trying to figure out who we are, what we stand for, what we value and believe in, and who we want to be as people and members of society. These discoveries rarely come without conflict, but with conflict eventually comes clarity. We find out who our real friends are and what we are and are not willing to sacrifice in upholding our dignity. This wind is awesome. My mother has given me 2 pieces of advice that I will remember always. The first is that when someone shows you who they really are, you have to believe them. And the second is that sometimes when you stand for what you believe in, you stand alone. Don't be afraid to stand alone. Holding true to what you believe in is far more important than compromising your values to appease others. If I were to sit down today and write a letter to my 30-year-old self, I would ask her different questions. Instead of asking about her salary or her grades in graduate school, I would ask if she's happy, if she spends every day doing what she loves, if she seeks and finds joy every day within herself and in those she surrounds herself with. I most definitely would not have been able to make it through the last 4 years to this point today without my family, friends, teachers, and community. I've lived and gone to school in Bath since the very beginning, and I can't put to words how grateful I am for the people and places that have had a hand in my upbringing. I'm sure everyone behind me feels the same way in one way or another. Thank you, parents, for your endless advice and wisdom. Thank you for coming to every concert, sporting event, and school function. Thank you for all you sacrificed to make sure we are happy and taken care of. Thank you to my best friends and my classmates for taking on this journey with me and for being there through every hard time, every bump in the road, and every moment of celebration. Thank you to my teachers for your endless support, for letting me cry in your classrooms, and for dedicating your lives to our education. And to Mr. Stanton, I know speech class ended a semester ago, but while I'm up here and have the chance to make up for it, thank you for all you do. Once again, thank you all for coming today. It has been an honor to be a part of the class of 2018, and I cherish every moment I have been blessed to spend with you all. I wish you nothing but the best in your future endeavors and cannot wait to see the things you accomplish. Now let's get out there and make it happen. Yeah!